Welcome back to another Josh K guitar video. Josh here, as always, at your service. Today I wanted to get back into the Mick Goodrick Chord Almanac series. Before I do that, I just wanted to say thank you for those of you who have been checking out all of the previous videos in this series, and to all of you that have checked out all the videos on this channel, and to all the new subscribers, because I see y'all clicking that button. Thank you for doing that. Much, much appreciated. The one big announcement I'll make, I got this artwork done. I've been waiting for this, so if you hang out a second, I will unveil it. But the artwork is going to be for an upcoming record. I am going to officially drop this record when this channel hits 1,000 subscribers. I'm just going to drop it. It will be available on streaming platforms when that happens. But I did want to share the cool artwork because the artwork is really the whole concept of this thing. So you can see, there's me drowning in a bunch of guitars. Done by the very talented Miss Tara Santoro. She teaches art at the same studio that I teach music at. And the name of the record is going to be Oops All Guitars. Kind of like that Captain Crunch, Oops All Berries. But anyways, what it is, it's essentially an instrumental pop and dance record. But every instrument was originally produced from a guitar, and specifically from this Laudo guitar, masterfully crafted by Peter Brown. So it's a really, really fun record. You can see there's a lot of guitars in there, but you can see chiefly, there it is. There's another Laudo, and she put one in here. I'm not going to give it away which one it is, but she put one in here that's going to be my special prototype guitar when Pete finishes it. And also, we can see up here there's a kind of Wes Montgomery guitar, some of my influences, and right behind it there's a Van Halen. So, really, really cool artwork that she did, and I'm really, really excited to release that record. So stay tuned. Tell your friends, please check out this channel. We're doing cool stuff here. And that said, let's get right into the book here. I'm going to start this portion of the video off how I should start off every one. But this is the Almanac of Guitar Voice Leading by Mick Goodrick. He gave me this book in 2004. He didn't give it to me. I did buy it from him, but it was for the low price of $30, whereas now I believe you're paying over $1,000. So that's why I wanted to make this series available for those of you who can't afford this book but want to explore the material in it. I think that's what Mick would want. And after actually talking to some other guitar players who studied with Mick, they also agree that they think that Mick would want this stuff to be available to young players who are learning. So I am really, really honored that they also kind of gave me the blessing, the green light here. Sometimes you don't know if stuff you're doing is the wrong thing or the right thing, you know? But here's what we're doing. We're doing cycle 7s. I'm going to go ahead and blow up the book here so you can screenshot everything. Now, before we really get going here, I'm going to say what it says on the cover. Some assembly is required, and batteries are not included. So for that reason, I will not be including any tabs. All of the note names that you need are right here on the page. And we'll go through... actually, I'm going to highlight a little bit of a different way that I practice this material today. So before we get into all of that, I just have to always say, no tabs, figure this out. That's what Mick wanted me to do when I got this book. No tabs, figure it out. And I gotta tell you, if I had to use the tab, I would still be lost on this stuff today. So that said, no tabs. The other thing is, always carefully monitor the sensations in your hands. The things I'm going to be going over in today's video involve some finger stretches and some things that may not be comfortable right in the beginning. But if you go ahead and you sense that discomfort, put down your instrument for 5 minutes, go rest. Your small twitch muscles in your fingers need that resting period. The discomfort that you feel is your tendons and muscles, and they're stretching a little bit. And while that's good for you in small doses, doing too much of that can cause tendinitis or a whole host of other issues. So you want to always keep that in check. Pay attention to those sensations, and if you feel discomfort, stop and rest. And what happens is when you rest, those little discomforts are little rips in those tendons and muscles. And what happens is they repair themselves and they come back stronger. So when you take that rest, you'll be much easier able to do it when you take a day and then come back and return to it tomorrow. So any discomfort, take that rest, come back. Okay? I'm especially seeing that a lot with this Nuno Betancourt solo. Everybody's trying to make those big finger stretches, and they're hurting themselves. So be careful out there, y'all. All right, so today's book, we're doing Cycle 7s. I've blown it up, and I'm going to move it around so that you can see everything very clearly. But please do take a screenshot of this. The closed triad information is up top. We're doing diatonic chords in C major, so that's C, up a seventh to B diminished, and then up another seventh from there to A minor, and then continuing those cycle 7s. G major, F major, E minor, D minor, and then back around to C. So those are our diatonic chords. What we should notice right away is that all of our motion is going to be moving upward between these chords, even though if you look, C to B looks kind of like it should be a backwards downward motion. So pay attention to that, because that's our voice lead that we're analyzing for today. Screenshot that top part, and then also screenshot this bottom part so that you can practice along. Now, getting into it today, I want to highlight a different way to practice this than we've done in any of the previous videos. I'm going to show you today how I've been practicing for the past 10 years since getting out of Mick's studio and sort of out into the real world, where I don't necessarily have time to go through every single chord change on every single page. So that said, something that's been really useful for me in this book is to use it as a lick finder. Those of us who improvise a lot, sometimes we might notice that we're playing a lot of the same techniques and patterns if you really play a lot for a long time without going into technical work. And you might have spent 10 years practicing scales and techniques and ear training and doing all that stuff. But once you go out into the gigging world and you are just playing songs and tunes and you're not really transcribing a lot, you're trying to put your own takes on things, you might notice some similar patterns start to arise. So at that point, I like to analyze my own playing and go like, what am I doing all the time? What do I like that I'm doing all the time? And maybe what do I want to change? And maybe where do I just want to add something? So this is a really good place to try to add something. So going to the book, something that I'll do when I'm lick finding is I will turn to a random page. So say we land on this page, Cycle 7, C major. I'm just going to go with the first two chords, make it nice and simple, and then I'm actually going to find a sound that I just really happen to like a lot, and we're going to analyze it too. So say we're picking those first two chords, C, E, G, right, from bottom to top. Low note is C, middle note is E, high note is G, and then we're going to move that to B diminished. And What most guitar players might do would be to move the root down to B. But again, what Mick is telling us to do is to voice lead upward because we're going to find a different sound. And that's the whole point of this book, is to find sounds. So, C, E, G moves up to D, F, B. If we analyze this, C is here, fret 3 on the A string. E is here, fret 2 on the D string. G is here, open string, open 3rd string. Then, going by the arrows, C moves up to D. That's a 2-fret move, 3 to 5. Then E moves up to F. That's just a 1-fret move, just 1 half step away. So 2 to 3. And then up top, G, open string, moves all the way up to B. That's a 4-fret move. So if I treat that like a little, I don't want to call it a scale, but let's call it a melodic cell. So if we treat that as a melodic cell, we get this. Okay, by itself it doesn't seem like it's too much, but let's say we're playing in D minor. I'm going to get my loop going. Now I have some stuff to play with. Now you can see I have melodic material. This is something I wouldn't have played before. Now I might play it because I've been working on it a little bit today. But I wouldn't have played that before had I not looked and just analyzed. These are the notes, these are the chords. So once I get it there, I'm going to get it up an octave too, right? Right? Really, really great material. Alright, I might do that here. I'm noodling now, but I'm getting inspired as I play more, and that's the whole point, is to see if you can try and drum up some more inspiration where maybe you weren't inspired before because you're just playing all the same licks, right? So that's the whole idea with this book. I'm not going to do very long on this video today. I think you should take your time on each chord change, practice in a lot of different ways. But I am going to show you one different sound, which I very much enjoy. All right. So I'm going to draw your attention to the spread voicings. And if you look at the G chord moving to the F chord. So we have a spread voice G here. So G to D, which is a fifth. That's a power chord. And then B, major third, on the top. So it's kind of spread out. Instead of doing G, B, D, we have G up to D and then up to another octave of a B. Then we have G moving to A, D moving up a minor third, so that's 3-fret move, up to F, and B to C. So I love this one because this has a lot of variety. G to A is a whole step, and D to F is a minor third, and B to C is a half step. So where you have a 2 fret move and a 3 fret move and a 1 fret move, all in the same chord change. So what I'm doing as I play this is I'm looking for different places for the options. So I'm going to start with this. G, fret 5 of the 4th string. D, fret 7 of the 3rd string. B, also fret 7, 1st string. Now from here, B moves up to C, that's just a half step. So 7 moves to 8. Then on the bottom, G moves to A, so that's a whole step. That might be a familiar sound. Now I saved the middle note for last because I'm going to move strings here for the chord shape. So this is moving to here. You could also do this. Move fret 7 up to fret 10 there. It's the same chord. It's good to know both for shredding purposes, yeah? So these are the chord shapes that I'm using. So that's the sound. But here's the lick. G to A. D to F. B to C. So that's a really, really cool, fun, interesting lick. G to A, D to F, B to C. So 2 fret, jump a string, 3 fret, 12, 13. So I'm doing 5, 7, 7, 10, 12, 13. Now try and move those around. Twelve, 13 on the B string, or you can do 7, 8 on the E string. Same notes. I do different things for different jobs. So if I'm doing more sliding things, trying to move up the neck, right, if I'm trying to get more into that territory, or I might do I might use that if I'm trying to stay more in the zone. Or I might do... I might use it as a bridge to move myself lower instead of higher. So, depending what you're trying to do with your music, that's what you want to try to tailor your technique to conform to. So, that said, I'm going to wrap this video up here for today. I hope you have a great Theory Thursday, and I hope you enjoy this material. Please do leave a comment, like, and subscribe so you get all the latest videos. I'm going to be doing, hopefully, 2 pages of this per week, just screenshotting, sharing, and telling some thoughts on that. And I will see you tomorrow for Funky Friday. Bye.